I felt the text vibrate against my palm. Use the couch tonight. Her words were simple, civil, innocuous, but I knew the weight they carried. A precision blade hidden in plain sight. I didn't respond. I didn't need to. I watched the screen again, scrolling back through our messages. Nothing overt, nothing that should have mattered, yet something in her tone, the casualness, the quiet invitation twisted my stomach into ice. Then another ping. Or choose my bed instead. Her friend, my wife's friend, the one who had always lingered too long at our dinners, her eyes never quite leaving mine. I didn't ignite anything, not yet, but I let the possibility burn. Small at first, like a candle's flame licking at paper, a controlled, calculated fire. I put my phone down and walked past the living room, past the couch I now knew carried unspoken weight, and poured a glass of water I didn't drink. Cold, detached, observing, waiting. I kept replaying the exchange over and over in the sterile quiet of our apartment. Was I imagining it? Was I paranoid? I had to be certain. The laughter in the background of last Friday's call, the slight hesitation in her voice, a familiar inflection when she mentioned a meeting she hadn't attended. Subtle, but a mind trained in observation notices these cracks. I noticed. I didn't confront her immediately. I allowed denial to feel heavy for a while. I let the mind chase shadows. Every casual hug, every whispered excuse, every smile that didn't reach her eyes, it all became pieces of a puzzle I wasn't ready to complete. Still, I didn't act rashly, not yet. I waited for the pattern, the consistency, the undeniable evidence. I began my quiet work. I observed, I checked, I measured. Phone records, unexpected messages, time gaps that didn't make sense, hours she claimed were at work, locations that contradicted her words, patterns so faint most would miss them, but I didn't. Then came the DNA tests, carefully arranged, quietly mailed, waiting for results without a word, without a tremor. Every step was deliberate, calculated, controlled. I didn't need confrontation. I needed certainty. In public, I smiled. At work, I joked. At home, I poured coffee. Nothing in my demeanor betrayed the storm I allowed to build in silence. The suspense was mine alone, a private torment sharpened by the anticipation of truth. It arrived. The envelope, small, white, sterile. I opened it slowly, my hands steady. The results were precise, irrefutable. The betrayal was complete. Not just infidelity, but a shared intimacy hidden in plain sight. The bed, the messages, the smiles, all lies wrapped in casualness. I called her friend over, asked her to sit. Just a chair, just a room, just the moment. I handed her the envelope. She saw the paper and her eyes widened. Shock, fear, recognition. "You knew," she whispered, voice trembling. I didn't answer. I didn't need to. The truth was enough. I sat back, composed, cold, detached. She was unraveling in real time, and I had orchestrated every step. Revenge didn't need violence. I didn't yell, I didn't throw, I didn't break. I let the evidence speak. I let the realization sink in. The subtle cruelty of truth, the quiet devastation, was enough. I asked her one question, a whisper, more to myself than her. Why? She couldn't answer. She couldn't lie convincingly. Her facade crumbled. I didn't rise, I didn't move. I simply watched her fracture under the weight of her own deception. Then I left. No confrontation, no dramatic exit, just a final glance at the chaos I had observed from the shadows. And I walked out. The apartment was empty when I returned later, silent, clean. Her absence was a relief. I didn't grieve, I didn't rage, I didn't cry. I reflected. Every observation, every suspicion, every calculated step, it had brought me here. Knowledge, clarity, control regained. I poured a drink, watched the city lights flicker through the window. The storm inside me had dissipated. Some truths are fire, some betrayals are ice. I had allowed the fire to blaze just enough to reveal the frost beneath. I smiled faintly, not for them, not for the pain, but for myself. I had survived. I had observed. I had won. And the bed remained empty.